You're listening to Unmuted with Papamutes.
So you're caddying.
So that's what you really want.
Right.
You want them to lay down the tip.
Right. So you're caddying one golfer though. If you're carrying a bag.
If I'm carrying a bag, it's one golfer.
So you could have
Or
four
two.
golfers
You can carry
though.
2 bags.
But you could have 4 golfers. So there's 4 caddies walking around.
No. So if there's 4 golfers and they want to drive, they'll put their bags in the back of their cart, and I'll be in front of them. I'm the one caddy for the 4 golfers. They call it a 4 caddy because you're in the 4 position. You're in front of them. So basically, they're hitting into you. I have to keep my head on a swivel, and I got to watch the balls.
Jesus, dangerous.
I almost got killed the other day. At the beginning of the day, and I lost the ball, and he hit a hard cut. It came across the fairway, and I lost it in the light, and it whizzed by my ear.
Wow.
But yeah, so that's what you do predominantly, though, is you're in front. You're caddying for 4 guys, 4 girls, or a mix, I guess, and that's how that goes. You run to each ball, and you caddy for the 4 of them. You go on the green. You give them putting reads and everything. So you stay busy for 4.5 hours, whatever the round is.
Now, how many rounds a day? I'm assuming you could do just one.
I usually 1. And if it's a tournament day, which I've had recently, sometimes you go 2, and you're dead by 2. It's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I was in Dallas years ago, and it was in August, and it was hotter than a 10-ball Tomcat. I mean, what's it like now in April?
So yesterday it was 80 degrees out, but it felt like 90 with the humidity. It was muggy, sticky, disgusting.
Can players
it's only
drink?
Gonna get worse.
Can they drink alcohol while they're playing?
Oh yeah, yeah.
But you can't drink.
No.
Have you been offered?
I've been offered once. They're like, they're like, back there, maybe we'll give some drinks. I think we're doing tequila shots on the par 3s.
Nice.
And I was like, I really don't want to take these, but I was able to evade it somehow. I think it just ran ahead of them. They didn't actually follow up on it, but because when you're running all that much, the tequila shot would not have fit well.
Not a good idea. Is there a break after 9 rounds or 9 holes?
Yeah, so usually they'll go in. They'll be like, "Hey, you want anything?" And Gatorade or whatever. And I usually say no, even though. And so sometimes I'll take them up on it. And then I run over to the tent, and they'll usually stop for a pit stop, get their drinks, and probably take a whiz or whatever. And then I see them out there. So like a 10-minute break.
Are you carrying water? I mean, sure, you have to have something with you.
Yeah, so we're in our white coveralls, like the coveralls that you see at Augusta.
Oh, nice.
They have a lot of pockets on them, so I'll keep a water bottle in my back pocket along with my rangefinder, tees and ball marks and stuff. So,
Jesus.
And a towel.
Well,
just loading up my pockets.
All right. Well, it's pause for the cause. I'm going to take a sip. Join me if you like.
Sounds good.
Tasty. Pour a little bit more there. All right. So, can you golf on a day off at that course?
No.
No. Stay away.
They don't want the caddies. The only time that I have a chance to golf is if they're training new caddies. And that's at the end of the day with like bad sunlight and everything.
Okay.
However, one of the members is one of the regional directors for Caterpillar, which is the construction equipment company.
Right.
Sometimes it just says Cat.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Caterpillar, yeah, sure.
Regional director of Caterpillar, and obviously there's a whole lot of construction and usage for Caterpillar in Houston. A lot of construction going on in Houston, Southeast Texas. So this guy is loaded. Has a ranch northwest of the city, about 45 minutes northwest.
Sweet.
And he built his own personal golf course. He likes the caddy program so much that he allows caddies and employees of his company at Cat to use the golf course for free.
Nice.
So that's the perk we get.
Hey, that's a good friend
and
to
it's
have.
like a beautiful golf course, 9-hole golf course. He just said that, just was like, all right, I'm going to build 9 holes on my ranch, and that's what it is.
Come on over to my ranch. Nice. Now, when you're on the course, are you giving advice? When you watch TV, you see the golfers conferring with the caddy for advice. Are you giving advice? Like, I think you need an iron there, Tex.
Yeah. So it's kind of like you got to read your player. Sometimes they really want advice, and I'll put on a mask and act like I know a lot more than I do. Although at this point, I've learned a lot about the golf course and
of course,
caddying,
right.
but I'm usually full of crap. So I'll give them advice if they ask. You usually don't give unsolicited advice, though. Okay. Because if they don't want to hear it, you don't want to put ideas in their head or talk about something that they don't want to think about going into their shot.
Sure.
But I would say it's about 50-50 golfers whether they want your advice or not. On the greens, mostly they do, with reads on putts. They like to have your opinion, whether they take it or not.
Okay. Now, you already answered this question. It's men and women, of course. They're the club.
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
All right. So you can get a group of women and or a group of men or a combo, I guess.
Yes. Usually it's a group of women or a group of men. Although I have had once or twice, sometimes like a husband and a wife will go out or something like that. But usually I would say 70%, 75% all men and the other a mix or women,
Yeah. Now, I think you may have answered this. Can they, you're at the end of the day and they like, hey, Chip, you did a great job. I'm coming next Tuesday. Can I book you?
Yes. And that has happened. I've had a few requests so far.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. So would you?
It says I'm not horrible. I've had a few.
No, that's good. I mean, you know what's coming, right? Now, hypothetical. Would you drop everything, law school, the whole 9 yards, to caddy for a pro on the PGA Tour for one round of golf or one, what's it called, tour?
Yeah.
You would?
I've actually thought about that question before. No, if it's a Dustin Johnson or a Justin Thomas.
That's my next question. Who would it be? Matsuyama.
Or Brooks Koepka. Oh, not Matsuyama now, yeah. So if it's one of the top guys who has a chance of winning and taking home a $3 million purse, then I think I might do it. But I'm not going for the lower tier guy who I've got statistically barely any odds of winning some cash.
Right.
Because you think about it, I think the caddy gets about 15% of the winnings.
Ooh, okay.
So
I didn't know that. Nice. So Matsuyama,
it's usually about that.
His caddy cashed in.
Matsuyama probably walked away with $4 million, so his caddy would have gotten something like $600K.
Yeah, I thought I read $2 million, but hey, who's counting?
Oh, it was $2 million. Okay,
I could be wrong.
So $300K.
Could be wrong, but it's a nice chunk of change. Now, is there? You don't have to name names, but are there any local sports? I don't know, celebrities, if you will, or people that come to the course that you have seen or met or know of from Houston, of course.
Yeah, so there's all right. So President Obama has golfed there, not when I was there.
Okay.
The Democratic National Convention was there when he was running for re-election in 2012, I guess, or something along those lines. And he was there. They said that there was Secret Service all over the place pumping. So he's probably the highest profile person to have golfed at the course.
Okay.
Is the lawyer who's representing the women against?
Really?
He's a big Houston guy.
Okay.
He lives down the street from the golf course, across from Robert McNair, who's the owner of the Texans. So there's a little conflict of interest there.
Yeah.
He used to be a member, and apparently he burned too many bridges, and they kicked him out of the golf course. So I guess that shows you what kind of character he is.
Take that cash and see ya.
Yeah. Coming up in May, they have it every year, is the Texans Day, where the Houston Texans come and golf the course with the members.
Sweet.
So J.J. Watt's been there. I mean, Deshaun Watson, all the guys.
So you may get something like that.
Right. I should get someone, although I think all the notable players are going to be gone from the Texans by the time it comes around. They're at the bottom of the league.
I know. They're dropping fast. Oh, well.
Yeah.